Yo ho ho ho, what's up guys? And today I'm going to show you guys my beginner's guide to Aincrad Online. You guys might recognize this as Aincrad Online, the demo version of the boss battle. That was the first ever video I did, and because of all the positive reviews I got from it and even the comment asking me to do the actual game, here I am playing the actual game right now. Except I'm not actually doing a review or a playthrough. I'm doing a beginner's guide for you guys out there who want to play it and want to know instantly what do you have to do in the game to progress and stuff. So this video guide will be split up into three parts, which is general tips, farming tactics, and mob information. I will be listing the timestamps down below so you can just skip to what you need to learn about or want to learn about. But before we get on with the guide, don't forget to hit that like button and smash that subscribe button. Tap that notification bell as well to be notified whenever I post another lit video. Now that that's done, cue the intro. You guys think the new intro is spicy? If you do, make sure to comment down below your thoughts on the new and improved intro. Now the first thing we'll be doing here is the general tips, but I wanted to show you guys first where you could buy some gear here at the start. Now coming from the start, you just need to take a left turn or a right turn, was it? You guys just review where I came from, and then you just run over here to the side of the bridge and you can talk to this lady named Jessica and you will be able to buy new swords. See, there's many stuff here. They all cost rule, which is the basic currency around here. I'll just save up for that later. So now that you guys have seen that, we're gonna run back to the teleporter and we're gonna teleport into the main game so that we can begin our video guide. Alright guys, now that we're here in the actual game, I can now begin the Aincrad Online official or unofficial beginner's guide from Otaku Sim 13. Press Q to take out your weapon. I love the color of my weapon. Alright, some of them right now we're doing Hornet, so we're gonna start off with the general tips. Number 1, don't bite off more than you can chew. Right now at my current level and strength and such, me biting off more than I can chew is me trying to farm wolves. If I farm wolves, I'll probably die really quickly. As you should really know, I'll probably be adding some level requirements to the mob info so that you guys know what level you should start farming those mobs or what damage you should start farming those mobs. Number 2, take advantage of openings. All mobs here in Aincrad Online have openings. Yes, they all have openings which you can take advantage of. And because what kind of game doesn't let the main player have an advantage over all the mobs, right? Wouldn't be much of a game if it did. So now, let me show you guys an example of one of the advantages. Alright, for example, this wild boar. Once it attacks, it will just stay there on that side and you can just hit it from behind. And that's called aiming for the disadvantages. You can also get them stuck and just hit them from above. Now that's what you call openings that are something that you should not miss out on. So these are amazingness, and that you should always remember these here in, when you play Aincrad Online. So that's number 2. And now on to number 3. When in doubt, double jump. If you feel like you're already being surrounded or about to get gripped or ganked by a red player, double jump is the way to go. See that? I was in danger, but all I did was double jump and I was out of harm's way in less than a second. That's how fast you can get to safety with the help of double jump. Double jump is kind of like dashing, but it's more OP because it also traverses you into the air like that. That's how amazing that's how amazing double jump here is in this game. It's an absolute lifesaver. It'll help you through all times of need. Number 4, watch your surroundings. You never know when you could get jumped by a red player or surrounded by newly spawned mobs, which is why you should always watch your surroundings, especially when you're fighting a mob or farming mobs. For example, right now I'm about to get attacked from behind. How do I know that? I was watching my surroundings. See, that's a red player. That's someone you should always avoid, because red players mean they've been killing someone. And if you're a new player, you're probably not good enough to kill someone yet. Especially someone that has been killing everyone, aka a red player. So that's number 4. Always keep an eye on your surroundings. Now on to number 5. Upgrading your things. And I'm not talking about just the gear and weapons that I showed to you guys earlier. I'm also talking about your actual stats, which I will show to you guys in a sec. I just need to beat up this wild boar. And that brings me to another general tip, which is number 6. Do not AFK in unsafe places. You should AFK on top of a high rock that enemies and mobs cannot get up onto. That way you won't get killed while AFK. Alright, so number 5, which was the earlier, I just skipped it to make way for number 6, is upgrading your things. This includes your stats in statistics. Your stats being strength, dexterity, focus, and vitality, which you can upgrade using stat points which you get from leveling up. This are overall really help you out when it comes to farming. If you want to farm easier, I suggest either upping your vitality or your strength so that you can deal higher damage or take more damage. So that's all for the general tips, and now we can move on to how to farm. Alright, how to farm number 1 is solo ground killing, which I've been doing mostly for the most part of the video. Solo ground killing is usually my go-to way of farming, either that or solo group killing, which is number 3. So solo ground killing means I just stay on the ground and attack the mobs one by one. This is something that new players can do, but I suggest that if you guys do this, you move around a lot. You follow general tips and you take use of the openings, take advantage of their openings. You do an aggro, then you get behind them. Oh, I am doing horribly right now. Alright, I'm dead. Alright, so you aggro them, then you get behind them, and then you damage them, then you aggro them again, get behind them, damage them, and that's how you do it. Next is group rock farming, which I've told you guys about earlier. It's one of the safest ways for you to farm here in Aincrad Online, especially as a new player. You can do rock farming either with only one mob or a lot of mobs. That's the beauty about rock farming. You can do it with a lot of mobs at the same time. However, in rock farming, you really can't stop yourself from getting attacked by other mobs, especially from behind. Alright, so right now I'm gonna try and get a group going so I can show you guys what solo group farming looks like and what group ground farming looks like and what group rock farming looks like. I'm gonna lure a bunch of tusks and hope I don't run out of HP while luring them. Let's lure one more. And Alright, here we go. So the number one thing here that should be remembered is group ground farming is not really recommended for new players. It's for skilled players that know exactly what they're doing. Because if you do this and you don't know what you're doing, you're definitely going to have your health absolutely demolished in seconds. See what I mean? Alright, now let's try doing this on a rock. There's a nice looking rock over there. Let's get on there. And then let's group rock farm these guys. Alright. And see, this is what's nice about it. It's just easy. Of course, they can still chip away at your health, but it's much easier for you to attack them. And that's our different farming methods, our farming ways of how to farm. And finally, the last segment of this guide is mob information. Please note that this is intended as a beginner's guide, which is why the Hornet and the Wolf are deemed as bad farming options. However, if you're already quite leveled up, the Hornet and the Wolf are viable options for farming. The Hornet not really that much though, because honestly the Hornet is not that great for farming. Let's start off with the weakest and most common mob around here, which is the Wild Boar. The Wild Boar gives about 2 to 5 XP, it's a decent farm, it's rather slow, and right now it's the weakest mob on this floor. It has an obvious charge attack which you can see from miles away. So overall, this is a good mob for new players to farm. Would definitely recommend new players to farm this type of mob. Secondly is the Wild Tusk. The Wild Tusk is basically a bigger, badder version of the Wild Boar with, longer, bigger tusks. So that's how you'll be able to differentiate them. They also have a bit darker skin tone than the Wild Boar. So the Wild Tusk gives about 7 to 10 XP, which isn't exactly twice as much as the Wild Boar, but it's almost. It's recommended to farm the Wild Tusk because they usually spawn in really large groups close together, so you can easily group farm them either on the ground or on the rocks. They're rather slow and they're stronger than the Wild Boar, and same as the Wild Boar, they have an obvious charge attack. This one is recommended for new players to farm really hard because they're just everywhere and they're easy to farm compared to other mobs such as the Hornet and the Wolf. So after this, we'll be heading over to the Hornets, which I will be showing you guys in a second. Alright guys, so here we are at the Hornets. The Hornets are right here. And basically Hornets, they give slightly more XP than the Wild Tusk. And honestly, they are a really bad farm. And I'll tell you why. It's because they are tankier than the Wild Tusk. They do not spawn in groups, they just spawn solo and they spawn really far from each other. It also does more damage than the Tusk and it's faster than the Tusk. So yeah, overall, and the Tusk, you'll be able to get more XP from farming the Tusk in groups than you would farming the Hornet solo. Which is why the Hornet is honestly a bad farm for me. And you should just either do Tusks, or if you're strong enough, farm Wolves. The Hornets have an average speed and a slightly obvious charge attack, yet they make up for it by being extra fast with their attacks. And since I've killed it. Now finally onto the strongest mob here on the first floor of Aincrad Online, which are the Wolves. There's a wolf right here. So the reason why wolves are... Whoa! Alright, I'm just gonna stay up here for a bit because there's a wolf right down there. Alright. Okay, so the wolves give about 20 plus XP. For beginners, it's definitely a bad farm because wolves have high damage, they're very tanky, they're very fast, and they have an AoE roar or howl attack. So honestly, this is a really big challenge for new players. And honestly, I don't think you'd guys be able to farm it at all because the speed of the wolf is very fast. You'd only be able to get in like one hit and then you're back to defense mode where you're just running away from its attacks. And the Howling AoE move has a really big damage and has a really big area of effect, so which is why the wolf is really hard to I can go on the trees apparently. Alright, so moving on, I'm gonna try and fight the wolf and you guys can see for yourself just how strong it is. I'm already down to half health. I'm dead in 2 seconds. That's how strong the wolf is. And I'm already being spawn attacked by a hornet. The mobs here are absolute bastards. They can't even give a guy a little peace of mind. Spawns and you instantly attack. That's low blows. Low blows. Which honestly is why I need to get better swords. And that's it for now, guys. For my other tips and guidelines for this Aincrad Online, I'd recommend you guys join a guild on the Discord server so that you guys can party up. Because honestly, if you have a guild, it'll be much easier to do boss battles and other grinding and stuff. You won't have to worry about being attacked by red players because you're a giant group of either that or you're gonna be the red players who's gonna attack everyone. Either one of those two. Which is why I suggest you guys get a guild and people to party with. This game is honestly much better if there's a bunch of you playing together. Well, anyways, that'll be it for this video, you guys. Like the video if you guys enjoyed and subscribe for more of my videos like this. What do you guys want me to do next? Just let me know in the comments below if you guys want me to continue making more of this Aincrad Online games, or if you want me to do more Roblox reviews games, or if you want me to do wacky challenge games.